Hello, my name is Tyler Miles, and today I'm here to tell you about a game I have developed called The Depths. In The Depths, players must fight their way to the 5th floor of a dungeon, and on the 5th floor, they must defeat a boss. The first player to defeat said boss wins the game. However, before the players can reach the 5th floor, they must fight their way through the preceding 4 floors. On each preceding floor, players will fight monsters of varying difficulties, and gain gold through doing so. The player may then go back to town and purchase items, weapons, armor, and companions to help them on their journey with said gold. The players must then defeat certain amount of monsters on each floor before they may proceed to the next floor and eventually get to the 5th floor and defeat the boss. The Depths is a game that attempts to capture the essence of a dungeon crawler RPG such as Dungeons & Dragons, where it is nowhere near the size of Dungeons & Dragons. I wanted to make a game that was simple to play and simple to understand so that people who steer clear of Dungeons & Dragons for its complexity can pick it up and play it anytime they wish. But I don't want to sacrifice the more hardcore Dungeons & Dragons players for simplicity, so I tried to make it as close as I can while still keeping it very, very simple. I, for one, understand that it is hard to play Dungeons & Dragons when you're new to it. It takes a long time to set up, and it can be very complex in the beginning. And if the other players who are playing with you are not up to par, the game can be very, very boring. And if the Dungeon Master isn't any good, it can go very bad very quickly. That's why I've created The Depths, because I wanted to create a dungeon crawler-like experience that someone like me, who has been deprived of any good Dungeons & Dragons experience, can simply just pick up and play anytime I want without having to learn an entire book of monsters or an entire book of spells. Everything is right there in the box, all the monsters, all the cards. You don't have to memorize anything beforehand other than the rules. You just need to play the game. And that's why I think The Depths is awesome, because it just takes everything that is good about Dungeons & Dragons. Oh, I wouldn't say everything, but it takes a lot of things that are good about Dungeons & Dragons, and it puts it into a simpler format to take out the bad things and make it the best game that it could possibly be. Thank you for listening to my pitch, and I hope you all have a good night.